I was a very feminine young man when I was younger. I was even somewhat against masculinity. I was against most of the virtues. I was one of the people, like those blue hair women that would call masculine virtues toxic. I wasn't masculine at all, and it wasn't authentic to my true self. It wasn't authentic to the man I want to be. It wasn't authentic to the life I want to live. I was being so unauthentic, denying my true purpose, the true way of life, the true way I want to live my life at least. Because I want to get validated. I know in this modern world, I knew that in this modern world, somewhat in some conscious way, I knew, oh yeah, maybe if I'm a feminist and I start to speak like most girls nowadays against men, being toxic, being against masculinity, that one day I would get pussy. That girl would like me more if I did that. If I started to shame my own people, insult men even though I'm a man myself. By the time I touch myself, if I do that for a long enough time, I will attract more women, I will attract more girls. That being authentic to myself, even though I didn't know that I was being unauthentic to myself at the time. That being authentic to myself, being a man, would make me less likely to be attracted to women. And living an unauthentic life, like I've learned from books like The World Experiment and like people from Hamza, really smart, successful people. Living an unauthentic life, it's a really sad way to live. Because you try to get more people to like you by being someone you're not. And still, even when being that person you're not, trying to attract more people, you still get haters. You still get as much people that don't like you. And I'm not shocked that so many, even men, young men, are against masculinity nowadays. Because in school you're taught, oh yeah, masculinity is bad. And men and women are actually the same. There's no difference. If you're a man, be against men. Men are bad. Men let this world to be such a bad place. That's what we are taught in school, literally. That's personally not the way I want to live. That's not a life I can imagine myself living and being happy. A life where I can imagine myself being happy, being truly authentic, being truly fulfilled. It's a life where I'm truly masculine, fully masculine, embracing purpose. A life where I'm with a really beautiful feminine woman with whom I have many kids. And I just keep working on sharing this message about men becoming more masculine, more purposeful, embracing self improvement, getting away from degeneracy, those weird shit like pornography, casual sex, video games addictions, spending hours and hours in the virtual world, spending hours on Instagram looking at ass pics, spending hours on TikTok frying your brain. This is what I want to keep doing. This is purposeful work for me. And I want to do this in a modest to big countryside house, many kids, a beautiful feminine wife that's really supportive. Me being truly masculine and authentic to myself. Me just working on my computer while the kids are playing around in the garden, for example. My wife comes in, puts my tea on the table. I just drink it, say thank you, and drink my tea real quick and then keep working. I still work out. I'm really become truly jacked, muscular. This is a life I can imagine myself living. truly embracing masculine virtues. Vir- how do you say that word? Vir- virtues. I don't know how to say the word. But truly embracing masculine principles. This is a life I can imagine myself living. I can't imagine myself living like a normal average man nowadays. Being against masculinity, saying, oh yeah, men are bad. Becoming more feminine over time. Becoming weaker and weaker and weaker. That's not the life I can imagine myself living personally. And since I've been becoming more masculine and embracing this life of really trying, I literally read the book The Way of Superior Man almost every day. And I've learned so much from that book. If you're watching this video, I would greatly recommend you to buy that book and to just study it as if it was your full-time job. Studying the book. I've read that book many times, but I would just read random chapters that really calls me on a specific day and just read a chapter. And in my daily life, I'll just try to implement things I learned there. And since I've become masculine, I had a conversation with my sister that became not so long ago. It was like 2 months ago. We had a conversation about masculinity that was really bad. So we were at the table eating with my family, and my sister randomly talked about women football instead of say, oh yeah, there's a woman that's in her own words as good as Messi and Ronaldo right now, and she's not that famous. And she said, oh yeah, we know why she's not famous because she's a woman and everything. And I had a conversation. I just said, I knew the woman she was talking about, and I said she's good, especially as a woman playing against other women. But you can't compare her to other men that are on the top of the men's football. And real quick, the conversation got really heated, and she even said I was close to being a misogynist. She even said she insinuated that I was a misogynist, that I was sexist, that my mindset was wrong, that men and women are not that different. And to be honest, I'm really proud of how I ended the situation. I didn't become too emotional. I stayed calm. To be honest, after the conversation, I wasn't, I was kind of angry. I felt this pain in my heart because I knew, oh yeah, maybe my sister has now a bad opinion of me. Our relationship then hasn't really become bad. We still have some good conversations. Maybe she thinks that I'm not a feminist like her. Who knows? But yeah, I'd rather have those heated conversations with people from time to time and being authentic, being truly fulfilled and happy in my life, and being unauthentic, being a fake feminist like I was at the time, to please everyone. And that's not the life I want to live. What actually was this video isn't actually a video, and the action step I want you to take is when you when you think of a way you can implement the principles I give you in this video. It is your mission. I would really appreciate it if you literally pause the video, put your phone down, or just close the video and go and take action instantly. That's the way I think you can get a lot of value from my video. Hamza always says this in this video, in these videos, and it helped me to just having this reminder, this extra accountability that he gives me, truly give me this force feeling to just take action when I think of some way I can take action to the advice you give me in the video. So that's why I got to start using the same principle for my videos. So when you think of a way you can implement the things I teach you in this video, the principles, the mindset, I don't know, that you implement in this video, pause the video and go and take action. It might be bad for I don't know, for my statistics, it might be bad for me, but at the end of the day, it will help me more, it will help you more. You can literally come back later and then watch the video even more. And then when you realize other things you can implement, go and implement them. That's really how you're going to grow. And maybe a few months from now, you can come back rewatch the video, find more things you can implement. And doing that is also gonna help you to your views. So the first habit I want to talk about is physical fitness. I made a whole video about the physical side of masculinity, how to grow a masculine physique, strong physique, or to become like the important physical aspect of masculinity. So I'm gonna really quickly talk about physical fitness. I think it's very important as a man to develop physical strength. This is one of the first steps you can literally take right now. The easiest, to be real, when it comes to masculinity, it's not that easy to become a masculine man. And physical fitness, becoming a little stronger physically, it's literally one of the easiest steps to this lifelong journey. So you can literally, I would greatly recommend you start, if you haven't yet watching this video, you can watch my full video about the physical side of masculinity. I'm gonna put a link to it in the description. I think it's called something with I forgot the title. I forgot, it was this long ass title. I forgot. Why we call this video the video about masculinity, about the physics of masculinity hasn't even been uploaded yet while I'm recording this video. I think it's gonna be uploaded today at 18 a.m. 6 p.m. Sorry. But yeah, becoming stronger physically, becoming a better fighter, having more endurance is very, 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 very important as a man. One of the important parts of masculinity is being able to grow a healthy, happy family. And I think one of the main roles as the father of family, the man of family, the dad of family, is being able to protect your wife and kids. And to have that ability, you need to embrace physical strength, become a better fighter, start training regularly. No, doing your strength training workout, building your endurance, stretching, training martial arts. So this morning started off weird for me. So I normally have on Saturdays I have like 3 deep work sessions. So my first one is at 4:30 a.m. because I wake up at 4:30 to be able to work before school, on videos before school on weekdays. That's why you can see on some of my other videos it's really a little bit dark. You don't really see much light. And this morning I woke up at 4:30. I was so fucking tired. So freaking tired. And I think one of the reasons is because I didn't drink much water the day before. This was one of the reasons why I was feeling lethargic. To be honest, I'm going to be totally authentic here. For the first 2 hours of the day, from 4:30 to 6:30, I was on my phone and I watched YouTube. I procrastinated, and afterwards, around 6:30, I used the trick I talked about in one of my videos that I recorded a few weeks ago that I've uploaded, I think, last Wednesday. I used the trick of visualizing my future family, my future wife and future kids, and just asking myself, would they be proud of what I'm doing right now? What would they want me to do right now? And normally after my debug session, I go for a run. Just ask myself, they wouldn't fucking want me to lay here in bed, watch some random videos on YouTube. They want me to build my Android up, to make more money. So I watched a movie, last video I watched this morning, I watched like a movie recap of a really interesting movie I watched in the past called Switch. And the movie I talk about is what happens to the movie in my other video called Conquer Procrastination. And yeah, in that movie, specifically, a famous man is not happy with his life because to become famous, become a famous actor, to become rich, he had to literally leave his girlfriend that he wanted to build a family with. to make more money and become a famous actor. And he did that. 10 years down the line, he's become a famous actor, really rich. But he's not happy because he he's not happy because he left his the wife, the woman of his dreams. He left her to gain all this. And he can literally have a family with her, but he doesn't because he made the wrong decision. And then he has the opportunity of Christmas Eve to go back in time, not to really go back in time, but to go to a reality where he actually made the decision to stay with her. And then reality he's not rich, but has two kids with her and live a beautiful life. And just rewatching that movie, the recap of that movie at least. Um, after watching it, I just asked myself, visualize my future life with my future wife and kids, and I just knew in my head that my future wife and future kids, if I had the opportunity to look back at me right now, they wouldn't be proud of me staying in bed. Watch some random videos on YouTube. So what I did this morning, normally I plan to like run 5K. I'll run my first 10K. And I'm still proud of myself for that. My first 10K run ever in my whole life. I ran it like 1 hour, 14 minutes. I didn't run it at a particularly fast pace because I didn't even know if I could run such a distance without stopping once. So I didn't even stop once. I ran it at a slow pace. It wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. I ran it in 1 hour, 14 minutes, 10 kilometers and 600 meters. So that's a good way to improve your cardio, for example. So you can start running. I was going to have some cardio, strength training, and martial arts. Those three is really important in general. You don't want to be the bodybuilder that's really muscular but doesn't have any cardio, doesn't know how to fight at all. You don't want to be the super guy with insane cardio but that's really weak, that you get to push and he falls down like the 100-pound long runner. You want to have the ability to long for run distances, but also be able to be strong. Also be able to fight. So those are things you should work really hard on. In that video that I talk about the physical side of masculinity, I really go into details about the things you should do to grow a masculine physique, to become strong as a man, build better cardio, and all those things. So I'll put a link in the description, you can go watch it. Now the second habit is emotional intelligence and emotional control in general. Nowadays, like men are becoming more and more emotional. Really, really emotional. We're not taught how to control emotions in school or anything. Most men lack father figures that they can look up to, or even when they have father figures that they look up to, those father figures are really emotional themselves. They spend hours drinking, and when something bad happens, they totally crumble. That's why men are becoming more and more emotional over time. No emotional control. And one of the reasons is also because nowadays we taught in the modern society, on TikTok, on the internet, everywhere, in school, we taught embrace your emotions, be emotional, be more emotional. That's a feminine mindset to have. I watched an amazing podcast from Chris Williamson with Saja Khan, and she's a psychologist, a woman that's really smart, a really smart woman, and she said for a woman to have an amazing mental health, you should be totally authentic to her emotions, feelings, and for a man to be totally have amazing mental health, you should be have total control and amazing self-control, and for women amazing authenticity. I think as a man, authenticity is also very important, but being emotional, reacting to your emotions all the time, is a feminine trait, and even women shouldn't always just react emotionally, should have control over the emotions, but they should be more authentic, reactive to their emotions. If you've read the amazing book The Way of Superior Men, He talks a lot about this concept of women being like more chaotic when it comes to their emotions, and men being more controlled. Your decisions you made over your life, are the things that have gotten you where you are in life right now. And if there are, and there probably, I'm sure there are, things in your life that you're not happy with right now, the lack of control over your emotions has gotten you there. The bad decisions you've made have gotten you there. If instead of going to the gym you decided to play video games, masturbate, watch porn, eat junk food, that's the reason why right now you don't have the physique that you're proud of. If you don't have great relationships in your life, you have more hostile relationships, it's one of the reasons because of a lack of emotional control. Probably. Maybe you get too emotional in conversation with your family. And that's the problem I struggled with for a long time. I was too emotional in conversations. When someone wouldn't agree with me, I would literally get angry. Sometimes start shouting at my sister because of it. But I've worked on my emotional control for a long time. And I wouldn't say it's perfect, it's far from perfect. Sometimes I find myself my emotions sometimes leading um literally leading my decisions I make. For example, this morning, that's an example of lack of emotional control from my part. I woke up, I was tired, groggy, really tired, lethargic. I didn't wake up energized, even though I got a lot of sleep. I got I got 9 hours of sleep. I woke up tired, and my brain, I kind of had this fight in my brain. We had do a deep work. Record this video. I literally planned to record this video at 4:30, but I didn't. I missed my first deep work session this morning because of emotional control. I woke up, I had this fight in my brain. Oh no, work. Do you record a video? And I had this other part telling me, oh no, lay down in bed, watch YouTube. Oh, this true like voice in my head. The one that literally that would give me that was more assisting, that would get me close to my goal was this one. The decision of doing the work even though I didn't feel like it. And I truly enjoy recording these videos, but some situations where, for example, this morning I feel really tired. So this decision would have been better for my goals, would have been more aligned to my purpose. But this decision was destructive for my purpose, not good for my goals. But it was easy at the moment. It was more aligned to my emotions, how I felt. So at the end, because this was easier, I made the decision to do this. Even though it wasn't aligned to my purpose, even though it wasn't aligned to my goals, even though it wasn't aligned to the values I have, even though it wasn't aligned to the man I want to become and the one man I want to be right now. But I decided, made this decision because I don't have full control of my emotions yet, and I probably won't ever have full control of my emotions. But I can definitely improve it even more. I've made some insane progress. For example, like when afterwards I went for a 10K run, 10 kilometer run, something that's not easy. But you need to control emotions. For example, take actions on some self-improvement habits, self-improvement tips to build the life that you want to build. You need to have control over your emotions. And I would say I'll give you some tips over how that can help you have better control over your emotions. First one, mindfulness. Becoming more mindful. Mindfulness is kind of your ability to be focused and stay in the present moment. Not overthink. And most of the time when you make a bad decision, beforehand you had some long time overthinking, thinking too much, being nervous, being anxious. Mindfulness is going to help reduce that. And the way to improve my stress is, you've probably heard of it. One of the ways is meditation. Mindfulness meditation. I personally don't do mindfulness meditation. I did it for a long time, but I don't find it that helpful. So what I do is deep breathing meditation. Before going to bed, I do some deep breathing for like 5 minutes. So the way I do it is I literally breathe so deeply that my literally I know it's weird to say, but my genitals literally move. That's something a concept I've heard from. Okay, I'm just gonna read you that page right now. I literally have a book beside my bed so that I can read it every night. I'm gonna go to the page where it talks about it. I think it's page 166, chapter 45. I've read this book so many times that I literally know exactly what each chapter talks about. Yeah, 166, page 45, page 166, chapter 45. Read down the front. I'm gonna just read the most valuable parts of this chapter that I literally read almost every day. Chapter. All men tend to have blocks in the front of their body, along an imaginary line that runs from the top of the head through the tongue, throat, heart, solar plexus, navel, and genitals down to the perineum. The principal bodily key to mastering the world and woman is maintaining a full and open front of the body at all times. This method is through full and relaxed breathing, drawing energy from energy down the front and free attention from neurotic self-concern. I'm going to read another part from this chapter. Right now, notice your breath. Are you inhaling so deeply that you feel your genitals bulging slightly? Is your belly rising and falling with your inhale and exhales like a mighty bellows? Your belly and lower abdomen are special places of power. If your breath does not reach these areas, you can't recharge your batteries. You feel weak and unsure of yourself. Your effect in the world will be minimal, less than your full potential. Inhale deeply through your nose and breathe through whatever tension you notice in your body. I've been trying to really implement this way of breathing, and even right now I've noticed my breath is not that deep, it's not full, it's not totally relaxed. I just noticed right now my stomach is a little bit tense. It's a little bit tense. And my breath, I have kind of shallow breaths. I was laying so deeply that I feel my genitals bulging slightly. So right now with me, try to breathe deeply until you literally feel your stomach. Don't try to like flex your abs when you try to day. No. Breathe so deeply, be so unperturbed, so confident that you don't worry about how much your stomach moves while you're breathing. So try this with me. Exhale deeply until you literally feel your genitals bulging right now. And then exhale until all the air left your body. And you shouldn't always exhale through your mouth. It's just when I literally practice breathing, it helps because it helps like have more control over my exhales. But in a day-to-day basis, you try to inhale and exhale through your nose when you're not exercising at least. But yeah, mindfulness is very important to have control over your emotions. Because when you really become truly mindful, you kind of have this you kind of analyze your emotions more. You kind of sometimes find yourself asking your sort of question, why do I feel like this? Instead of being the emotions, you kind of look at the emotions from a third person perspective. That's a great concept I learned from Hamza. This is really the person that got me into meditating, becoming mindful. I'm really grateful to him for that. But start having some type of mindfulness practice. It can be deep breathing. And deep breathing is very important. Very, very important. Breathe fully. Breathe fully. buy the book The Way of Superman and read it every day. Those things are very, very important. But yeah, what I'm talking about right now is emotional control. And being more mindful is going to greatly help with emotional control. Read journaling about your emotions almost every night. When I'm in bed after having stretched and done my deep breathing and brushed my teeth, in my bed literally I have my journal beside my bed with a pen with a pencil. With a pen and I just write down about some things about my emotions, you know. Sometimes it can be negative, sometimes it can be positive. The last few weeks have been really journaling a lot about school, and also it has become a big burden in my life. And I'll talk about this in many of my previous videos. I'm probably gonna drop out after this year to really focus on my purpose and live a life truly aligned to my purpose, and not be unattended trying to get validation from other people, staying in school just for validation from other people, validation from my mom, validation from my uncles, validation from people in school, teachers, some classmates. So I've journaled a lot about it. If I hadn't spent so much time journaling about it, maybe I would have been the person. I would have made the emotional decision that would have been bad for my life. Just stay in school just for validation, because of my emotions. But I've made kind of this hard decision, not based on my emotions. No, for some level, based on my emotions, because it it is really hard to just constantly know what my purpose is, and knowing that a man should really live a life totally aligned to purpose, ridden of distractions, but not being able to because of school. It was always really painful, and it would have also been really, really painful to. It's also really painful to like leave school, knowing that a lot of people are gonna think I'm stupid for this. A lot of people are gonna probably think I'm a dumbass. At least on the short run. So I could have made the emotional decision of just thinking, okay, I'm gonna stay in school until graduation. But for what? For validation. To get this kind of pride, happiness. Every time I'm told I'm a good boy because I stay in school. Because I've done what 99% of people do. Even though it's not aligned to how I want to live life. It has nothing to do with my goals. It's not aligned to my purpose. And I've made the decision that no, this is my last year. I can't live a life like this. It's not easy. One of the reasons why this decision is gonna be hard for me is because here in my country at least, I don't know if it's this in other countries, but if you leave the education before getting your high school graduation, they will force you to literally get a normal job. But if you like only earn money online, for example, they won't force you to do that. So give me this pressure. Right now it's June, 17th of June. The summer break ends in September, beginning start of September. So give me this pressure to start earning a monthly income by that time, even though right now I earn zero money. So it's gonna be hard to do. But I know this is the right decision for me. And I don't want to listen to my emotions telling me, oh no, be safe, don't do the hard thing, be safe, keep craving a validation. That would have been super intelligent to do. But I've been more aligned to my emotions, but I won't. We need emotional control. So journaling helped me with this to make this decision. Journaling is going to help you make more radical decisions because when you literally write down on the page, your emotion on the page, you're kind of like, this is kind of stupid, you know. When I literally wrote down on the page, stay in school seems like a good decision. Then I ask myself, you ask yourself a lot of questions while journaling, a lot. Like I ask myself a lot of questions. Why? Why does it seem like a good decision? And I said because less people are going to think I'm stupid because of it. I'm going to get more validation from random people that I don't even like that much. And then I said to myself, I just kept journaling, kept journaling, asked myself many, many questions. And then I came to the conclusion that it wasn't the best thing to do. The best thing to do to make myself is to align my life truly to my purpose, as men should do. And that's why I made this decision. So journey helps a lot, and something that helps, that concept that he talks about in this book. I'm going to read you another chapter from this book. It's just he talks about penetrating your fears. I think it was in the chapter um, about yeah, know your real edge and don't fake it. Page 20. Um, hmm. They lack the aliveness, the depth of the and the and inspirational and energy that is a sign of a man living at this edge. If you are this kind of man who is hanging back, working hard perhaps, not at your real edge, other men will not be able to search you can and will help them live at that edge and give their fullest gift. As an experiment, describe your edge with the respect to your career out loud to yourself. See something like, I know I could be earning more money, but I'm too lazy to put in the extra hours it would take. I know that I could give more of my true gift, but I'm afraid that I may not succeed, and then I will be a penniless failure. I've spent 15 years developing my career, and I'm afraid to let go of it and start fresh, even though I know that I spend most of my life doing things I have no real interest in doing. I could be making money in more creative ways, but I spend too much time watching TV rather than being creative. Honor your edge, honor your choices, be honest with yourself about them, be honest with your friends about them. The fifth man who knows he's fearful is far more trustable than a fearful man who isn't aware of his fear. And a fearful man who still leans into his fear, leaving at his edge and putting his gift out from there. He's more trustworthy and more inspirational than a fearful man who hangs back in the comfort zone, unwilling to even experience his fear on a daily level. A free man is free to acknowledge his fears without hiding them or hiding from them. Live with your lips pressed against your fears, kiss your fears, neither pulling back nor aggressively violating them. So in this part of the book, he talks about the concept of stating your fears out loud to yourself. So when I say to myself out loud, I'm scared of leaving the education system because some people are going to think I'm stupid, that I'm making a bad decision, that I'm wasting my potential. That I'm going to be broke in 10 years because of the decision. I'm scared of my classmates having a bad opinion of me because of that decision. Because it's very uncommon to leave school at I'm in ninth grade. It's very uncommon to do that. And I said to myself that out loud, it didn't seem very smart to literally make a decision, literally stay in school for years and years that will literally impact the trajectory of my life. That will literally take hours, hundreds of hours in an hour per year for my life. To make such a decision, to stay there just for the validation that I could get from some random people. So you'll probably have some fears and emotion. And what I've learned from this chapter and that I've been using recently in my life, it's just when you notice you're scared of something, literally say your fear out loud to yourself. And when you hear that, it seems to have less control over you. Your fear seems to have less control over you. So just try that. Now we go to the third habit, continuous learning. If you watch this video, it's likely that if you don't learn anything outside of the education system. If you watch this video, then no, I would think that you learn. If you click on this video and you've come so far, you'll probably learn a little bit outside of the education system. Maybe not enough. You might not have the right mindset about it. I see myself as a lifelong student. I literally invest in my knowledge. I buy a ton of books. The present that I got for my birthday, that I asked to get, It's a membership to Hamza's Adonis School, a private community that literally costs $500 euros. For at least the first month costs 599, and then the other months cost 99 euros. I made the decision to invest in my knowledge because I knew I would grow a lot, and I've been in there for 3 weeks, and I've learned so much about becoming a better content creator, becoming a better charismatic leader, making better videos, living a life truly aligned to your purpose. I've made some great friends there. I had some conversation with Hamza, even someone that helped me for the last 1.5 years with my self-improvement, the person that helped me the most in my life. I didn't had the opportunity to talk with him, to listen to him go to talk in details about becoming a better YouTuber, becoming a more masculine man, becoming more fertile, and avoiding castrating yourself with the modern bad habits. I've learned so much from him. I've bought this book and I've read it every day because I know this book literally gives you the simple framework to life as a man. It literally tells you how to live as a man. So I spend a lot of time learning every day. After my 10K run, after taking a shower, I watched one podcast. It was a podcast from Chris Williamson with Saja Khan, a psychologist that read and it was about modern dating and the mistakes and why modern dating is, I would say, just bad, and how to avoid making those mistakes and have a truly amazing relationship with your partner. And I watched the podcast and I had some new mindsets, some new beliefs that I've implanted. Just think to myself, oh yeah, yeah. I've learned some things like, for example, what I talked to you about women should live to improve their mental health. And this woman had a lot of patience. The psychologist had a lot of patience, and with her knowledge, she probably has more knowledge. She has way more knowledge than me when it comes to the field. And she just said, yeah, for a woman to live to have truly amazing mental health, you need to be truly authentic to your feelings and the way you want to live life. And for men to live to get some amazing mental health, they should have amazing self-control while still being authentic, of course, but have amazing self-control. Because their basic emotions most of the time going to lead them to bad habits, doing the bad things. And for women, the need for validation, to constantly be validated by their girls and men around them, is going to also lead them to bad habits. And for men, it's mostly how they feel. So they should have, because they said, oh yeah, men should have self-control and do things that are going to align to their values, their goals, their purpose. And I kind of knew that already, but it kind of reframed that mindset in my mind a little bit, and I learned more. I have this amazing book, Essentialism, that I bought not so long ago, and I've been learning a lot about prioritizing your purpose, focusing your life on one main thing, and not spreading your focus on many different things. And that book, Essentialism, literally also helped me, and also Hamza talking about the book Essentialism, literally changed my life trajectory. It not only comes to the prioritizing, and that's one of the reasons why I made the decision to leave the education after this year. Invest your time into learning. I spend hours learning every day, and it's the thing that's got me so far. If I hadn't seen those amazing videos from Hamza 1.5 years ago, I wouldn't be sharing my knowledge with you right now. I wouldn't have been the boy that I'm proud of. I wouldn't have become the amazingly athletic kid I am right now. Learning literally has changed my life trajectory by a lot. It's the thing that has changed my life trajectory the most. The most. Learning about masculinity, purpose, becoming a man, becoming a stronger man, becoming a masculine man, aligning your life to your purpose, prioritizing things, has changed my life. It's the thing that has changed my life the most. Learning that a man should not that the modern casual sex scene is not good, and you shouldn't be chasing just so short-term relationship with random women has changed the trajectory of my life a lot. Hamza was used to like spread this message of, oh yeah, improve yourself and then sleep around with girls and everything. He used to it wasn't exactly how he used to phrase it, but it was kind of the message he was spreading around. Get girls, make money to get girls, attract girls, and all those things. But then recently he started talking more about this mindset of just focusing on your purpose, focusing on yourself, and just the only time you date a woman is when truly meets your standards, when you truly find her high value and you know she's gonna literally help you achieve your goals faster. When you truly find a woman that you can imagine sustaining your whole life with. And this is the mindset that changed my life because when I started to become more attractive, building more muscle, all those things, becoming more masculine, I got and started to get a lot of attraction from girls. And some of them are very attractive. It's not to boast. I know I know I sound boastful right now, but it's not to boast. But those girls, even though some of them are really attractive, they're pretty low quality. A lot of the girls that spend time scrolling on TikTok that at their young age, sometimes like wear some really provocative clothes that are like modern day feminists that are not suffering from it at all. They don't go to the gym. Okay, one goes to the gym. One I find pretty a little bit. There's one right now that I find pretty cool. She's kind of feminine. She goes to the gym. So I might maybe that girl maybe, but most of them are really modern day degenerates. Are very different. They're not girls that would get me further to my goals. That will get me further in life. The girls that are actually gonna like get my life trajectory down. But because of this mindset that the red pill that we have in the red pill, I literally was ready to get in short-term relationships, to get some pleasure, get some validation from the boys, get into some sort of short-term relationship with those girls, even though they were low quality, but they were beautiful. Oh yeah, they had some big ass. They were pretty beautiful. Oh my god. But they're literally degenerates. Don't get me further to my goals. But because of myself, I was literally ready to make that decision. But since Hamza's made this video called Should You Date Women Right Now or Wait or Focus on Improving Yourself, that's literally changed my life trajectory and I made the decision, no, this isn't the right decision to make. And even from this book, The Wealth of Superior Man, he has some tips called, he has a chapter called Turn Lust into Gifts that literally helps me to literally, when I start to get to feel lustful and to really find out about a girl, that literally helped me to just refocus myself on the things I'm currently doing. Something like that, loss can be really a big distraction. Something I learned from this book literally helped me to get rid of that lust really fast. Learning is very important, and being a student for the rest of your life is very, very important. When I say student, I don't mean the education system or anything, but just learning, investing your time and money into learning, increasing your knowledge, destroying your limiting beliefs, adding some new positive beliefs into your brain. I've literally learned way more over 1.5 years of reading books, self-improvement books, watching podcasts, information podcasts, being in Hamza's Advanced School. I've learned way more by doing that than in 9 and 10 years in the education system. Just start learning seriously. Don't be scared to invest your money into an amazing book that you know you're going to get the value from. If maybe someone makes a course about something that you really find valuable and you can afford it, you know you're going to learn a lot from that course. Why not buy it? I made the decision to join Adonis School even though it was €499. I could have bought other things with that money, but I made the decision to join Adonis School. and I don't regret it. I've learned so much. I would say I've learned more in the 3 years I've been at adult school than in the 10 years I've been in the education system. Way more in 3 weeks of just investing my money and just investing my time and money into learning. And I've learned so much in the last 1.5 years of really continuously learning, reading books, changing my mindset, changing my beliefs. Just spending time learning with books, informational podcasts, courses, online communities, learn more. The fourth habit is goal setting. We men strive, we chase goals that are going to get you a further freedom. This morning I've set the goals that I truly want to achieve at the end of this year that I really find purposeful. Didn't set these goals just for validation. They were truly authentic for me. So in the past I used to set weird goals, some super big goals that was super unrealistic. That I would probably not achieve, and if I achieve, luck would have been the deciding factor of if I achieve those goals or not. So but now I've set smaller goals, but that are truly authentic and are still going to be really, really hard to achieve, but also not impossibly hard. So the first one is 3,500 subs on YouTube. Right now my channel is fairly small, but I know if I upload consistently and I make some good quality videos, good quality content about some interesting topics, if I become a better creator, I learn a little bit more from Hamza, from everything he teaches me in online school. I know I can achieve this goal if I make the right decisions, if I do the hard work. The second one is to get one student inside my online community. So right now I'm pre-selling my online community. I'm going to talk about it at the end of the video quickly, but I've decided to make an online community where I'm going to literally coach you if you join. It's a private online community, you have to page join. But the coach, you can get closer to me, learn more from those things, ask me questions and I answer. We literally get on calls a few times a week, or sometimes in the beginning every day, literally. I'm not really sure of the direction I'm gonna take it, the exact direction I'm gonna take that community to. But it's gonna be about some improvement, obviously, because my channel is about some improvement. I truly enjoy sharing my knowledge about some improvement. But I don't know if I'm gonna focus more on masculinity. So right now, I have a pre-sale. The true quickest people to join are actually gonna go and get a big discount. So yeah, if you're interested, you can join. The link is link is in the description. I really feel weird every time I have to promote things like that, but yeah. So my goal is to get one student in my online community. And the truth is people to join. I'm going to get the user group. My goal right now is to get one student to join my online community. Out of the 3,500 subs that I plan to get, I want to get my goal is to get only one of them inside my online community. I just made I calculated kind of, Hamza has like 2 million something subscribers. And out of those 2 millions, he has 570 members inside of his online community right now. So I calculated that how much of a percent, of his subscribers are inside of our community, and it was like 0.00072, I think. And then I just said, okay, to have one member, when I did the math, to get one member inside my online community with the same price as Hamza's online community, I'll have to get to at least 3,500 subscribers. That's why I made the decision. So set some truly purposeful goal. If you don't know your purpose now, try to find it. Find your purpose if you don't know. And I know it's easier said than done, but yeah, quick tip I can give you to find your purpose. Get rid of all distractions, spend hours thinking every day. Don't distract yourself with some random, meaningless thoughts. And just let the vision come to you. If you find a purpose, set some meaningful goals that are aligned to that purpose, about that purpose. The fifth habit is self-discipline. And self-discipline and the emotional control part are very similar because self-discipline is literally about some self-control. So I don't. Maybe I made a mistake by scripting the video. Maybe I should have put something else at the fifth part. I'm quickly going to talk about self-discipline. Self-discipline is literally your ability to refuse, or maybe no, it's your ability to filter out the tasks you do in a day out of the tasks that are going to get you close to your goals. So maybe your goal is to lose weight. So make a decision. You feel like eating ice cream. You feel like eating ice cream right now, and you make the decision to not do it because it's congruent to your future goal. That's self-discipline. Doing the hard work even when you don't feel like it. And it's very similar to just yes, kind of the same thing of as emotional intelligence. And yeah, I'm sorry, I should have put something else at this point. So we say this video is more about 6 habits, but yeah, I'm going to go to self-discipline and how you can increase it. I'm going to go into details because I literally went into details at the emotional intelligence part. To increase your self-discipline, just see yourself as a video game character. Right now, your skill and self-discipline part might be really low. So right now, because you're level 1, you can't fight a big dragon. You can't run a marathon right now because you don't have the discipline and maybe the physical ability to do that. So right now, literally doing 20 push-ups right now will not be that hard and difficult to do it, but still, if your discipline is really bad and you're not that strong physically, it's still going to be challenging, especially if you do it with good form. Where it can be some progress to do 20 push-ups because in the past, maybe never exercised. So, doing 20 push-ups right now is going to help you increase your discipline skill. And then in 1 week or 2 weeks, doing 50 push-ups then it's going to help you increase your discipline. And then 1 year from now, you doing some literally full workout, then going on runs. And this is how I started. In the beginning, I used to do 100 push-ups every day. Now I have a full structured workout. I go on runs even. I stretch now. I also train martial arts. So you can see my discipline has developed a lot. When I started working on this channel, I used to literally work on it for 1 hour a week. Now I wake up at 4:30, work on it for 1.5 hours. When I have time after school and on weekend, I spend even more time working on it. I think I'm close to working on my business for I think I would say, yeah, 30, 40 hours a week. 30 to 40 hours a week. I'll say 25 to 40. Because school still takes a lot of time, I don't have that much time to invest in it, but still, going for 1 hour a week to working on a business 25 hours a week is a big increase in my discipline skill. So to improve your discipline, your soul discipline, you have to see it as a skill. Fighting the boss right now in a video game, because even though you're level 1, even though he's level 100 and you're level 1, and then losing, it's not going to get you any speed in the video game. But fighting the little goblin that was on the same level than you, having a difficult fight with him, but still winning, it's going to give you some XP. And then after when your level is a little bit higher, fighting a little bit stronger monster, it's going to help you get stronger, even stronger in the video game. And eventually, in a few months, when you're finally on the same level as that boss, you can fight him, and if you win, you get XP. But fighting a big monster and then failing like a dumbass, it's not going to get you any XP. So right now, doing the long run, the super long run, that's too difficult mentally for you. That's super straining mental for you. And physically, it's not going to help you increase your discipline skill. It's just going to make you resent running, for example. You're going for a 1K run right now. That's fairly difficult for you. That's still a little bit fun. That's still not incredibly difficult for you. It's going to help you increase your discipline skill. And then in a few months, you can go run for a 10K run. You can go for a 10K run. That's how I saw it. In the beginning, my first run I went to a few weeks ago when I started running regularly was 2.3K. Today I ran my first 10K this morning. So discipline can be improved. But you have to do the things that are on your level right now. You have to just put one foot outside of your comfort zone. Not go far, far away or outside your comfort zone, or just staying in your comfortable, really comfy, happy, chilly. No, but just putting one arm, one foot outside of your comfort zone. Just doing that is gonna help increase the size of your comfort zone over time. So that's just one way you can improve this. The sixth habit is authenticity. I'll talk about this. Authenticity. Like I said, I decided that this year is going to be my last year in the education system. Because I knew that staying in the education system wasn't a decision I was making. Because it was authentic to my goals, because it was authentic to the way I want to live my life, because it was authentic to the way I want to be, the man I want to be. No, it was because I don't want my mom to be a little bit sad. Like I said, I don't want some random people like my classmates or teacher to think I'm stupid. I was scared, dreading, like even when I'm visualizing leaving the Christian after this year, I'm dreading getting some messages from some of my friends saying, "Oh yeah, what's wrong? Where are you?" And then me having to tell them, "Oh, I'm left the education, I'm not in school anymore." Because I wouldn't get that validation of being a good boy, following everything you're told in school, sitting for 45 minutes, for 45 minutes, 8 times a day, every day, just listening to your teacher talk about some nonsense, some random things that are not aligned to your goals that you don't even want to learn about. Talking about some random thing of math that you're never going to use in your life. And at the end of the day, you get a bad grade and you feel like shit. The teacher lays down the paper on your table, you look at it, you see your grade, your body language goes down. You start breathing shallowly, like the girl sitting beside you sees your grade. She tries to find your grade, sees it, and just laughs at you. You feel ashamed. Even me, that's not. I don't plan to get like a normal job or anything. But every time I get a bad grade, and I've been getting a lot of bad grades since I've been really focused on my purpose recently, and I know school and everything do my purpose. Every time I get a bad grade, I feel ashamed because everyone around me is valuing this thing of getting good grades so highly. In the education system in school, you literally rated like you literally when you're not good in school in the education system, at least when you're in school, when you're not good there, their value, how important of a person you are, just goes down. I have some things where I'm good in school, like for example in sport I'm extremely good, I get the best grade. English I'm extremely good, I get the best grades. So if you don't know, I don't live in England or USA. I live in Germany, but I'm really good in English. As you can see, I've been talking for the last 40 minutes, talking about some deep shit. And in French, I'm fluent in French, so in the French thing, I get the best grades. But let's go back to the decision part. Making this decision of staying in school wouldn't have been authentic. It would have been to get validation from some random people. But making the decision to leave the education system because I know it's not aligned to my purpose. It's not helping me get further to my goals. It's actually declining the progress I'm making my goals. It's actually getting my life trajectory progress down instead of up. It takes so much of my time, brain power, energy, even though it's not aligned and congruent to my goals. So I made the decision to just say, fuck that. I'm a masculine man, I'm ambitious. I never want to be like most people. I want to be like me. I want to make decisions that are actually aligned to my life, my own values. And don't value someone by the grades he gets in school. I don't value someone on how much of a good boy he was in school. That's not something I value in someone, and it's not aligned to my goal score. So the truly authentic decision for me to make is to literally lead the ecosystem. And that's why I'm gonna make it. I'm making this decision. It's it's gonna be harder said than done. I have to in the last next 2.5 months to start earning an online income online if I want to make a decision. But I know it's the best decision to make. But because I know staying one more year in the ecosystem would be a big waste of time. Hours and hours wasted. A lot of sad moments, experiences that I could have avoided. Living life is not authentic. No, I want to live an authentic life. And living an authentic life is going to help you to just actually, you're going to have probably maybe have more less friends if you're someone who's on suffering like me, who's lost a lot of things that are not very different from the conventional way to live. But being truly authentic is going to attract, make you attract truly people that really like you. If you've been watching this video so far, you're probably someone that actually likes how I talk, likes my mindset, likes how I think, was similar to me. So you're actually from the people that I've watched so far, that have the attention span, they're not focused to watch the video so far, are probably the people that I would want to watch my videos consistently. Because I've said a lot of polarizing things throughout this video. I said a lot of things that a lot of people nowadays, the weak people, most of the time military people, would not agree with, would be offended when I hear these things. And a lot of people have probably left video after a few seconds, few minutes. The people that are filtered out because of being so authentic and talking the way I truly want to talk, saying the things I truly want to say, I filtered out all the people that don't really want to watch my videos. That I'm not really interested in getting into this movement that I'm creating. And all the people that are still watching this so far are the people that truly want to watch my video consistently, that truly want to subscribe to my channel. That if I have a good product like my online community, that I would truly want to join and talk to them on a daily basis. People are my dream customer. And when it comes to maybe in few years finding your future wife, being truly totally authentic in the way you flirt, the way you navigate your relationship, the way you are on the street or on a daily basis, it's gonna make you attract a woman that's truly your complementary opposite. In the way of the Book of World Experiment, that's an amazing book. I know I've been mentioning this book so much, but it's an amazing book. I'm gonna keep mentioning it many times for the rest of my life. Nobody can stop me from mentioning this book. It's just the best self-help book in my opinion. But if you're truly authentic in a way you flirt with your future wife, the way you navigate your relationship with her, the way you act on a daily basis, you're going to only attract the woman that truly should be in your life. You're not going to attract the random woman that shouldn't have been in your life in the first place. You're not going to attract the girl that likes to go party 5 days a week. It's maybe going to take more time to find a woman. But when you do, you're going to attract a woman that's also likes to exercise, that does yoga, that's really flexible, that's feminine, that's good at cooking. At least that's for me, that's the opposite, that's like the thing I want from a woman. The type of woman I would attract if I stay truly authentic and keep improving myself. A woman that does maybe yoga, likes to dance, for example, does some type of mindfulness practice, is fit, in amazing shape, feminine, good at cooking, wants to have kids. And getting that woman is going to be taking more time because the filters are there are way more filters there, but it's going to help me find the right one, the right woman that should truly attract, that really has a place in my life. So be authentic. Live like truly authentic to how you want to live your life. A lot of people nowadays want to have the Ferraris, the big houses, want to be like Andrew Tate. But why do you want to be like that? Is it because it's truly a need, truly aligned to your purpose? It's truly aligned to how you want to live? Or is it because of validation? What I've noticed is that over my life is the biggest killer to authenticity is the chase of validation, chase of appreciation from some random people that you don't really like, chase validation by the people in your tribe, the people that really like you, that truly like the authentic version of yourself. Don't just chase validation from random people. Why do you want a random Ferrari, for example? You want validation. Maybe it's actually part of your purpose layer, who knows? Maybe it might be. But I think for a lot of people, it's for the validation. Maybe they're gonna get more pussy if they do that. They're gonna have some supermodels that gonna have want to suck their dicks. Maybe they're gonna get some validation from people that see them riding the Ferrari in the street. That's why a lot more people want to go to Dubai nowadays to make like ride in beautiful cars, do SMMA. I don't get me wrong. I also want to make a lot of money, but I know for myself, even when I make a lot of money, I'm not gonna get 1,000 Ferraris or anything. I think I'm gonna get one big car, like those vans maybe, or those big cars where I have like eight seats, so I can drive my whole family in it, my many kids and my wife. I want to get one fairly like not extremely big but fairly big house with the countryside, so that my kids don't. I won't have many kids, and I don't want them to have to share rooms. Even though I plan to make a lot of money, I plan to make millions in the future, and the reason why I plan to make those millions in the future is because my purpose there is firstly to help people suffering from of course, but one which help them even better is to maybe narrow the amount of customers you have, not just through my videos, but also I want, like I said, I'm doing a pre-sale of my online community that's paid to join, private online community. And one of my purpose layers is just to get many people into it. Maybe 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 over the next few years. And doing that is going to help me make a fuck ton of money. Or truly living an authentic life. Fulfilling my purpose layer. I also enjoy business, part of my purpose. I also enjoy the world of business. I see now as a big game, make more money. I truly enjoy it. But even when I'm gonna be rich, I'm not gonna be. You're probably gonna see me walk around with simple clothes, not with like a suit or anything, but it's more simple clothes. Not necessarily with a Rolex, no. So make sure the decisions you make in your life is not for validation, but for authenticity and purpose. Making decisions that align your authentic self and purpose, not for validation. Like I said, chasing validation is the biggest killer of authenticity. That's what leads people to literally become completely different from how they normally are. So we go to the seventh habit and the last one, contribution. Not necessarily only doing things for yourself, not being selfish, but learning to be selfless. You know why I'm making this video? Yeah, of course I want to gain more subscribers through this video. Yeah, of course maybe in the future it's gonna help me make more money. But I also truly enjoy sharing the things I learned on my self-improvement journey, helping young men become more masculine, helping young men on their self-improvement journeys. I truly enjoy doing that. And I want to do this for the rest of my life. Talking about self-improvement, talking about masculinity, talking about fatherhood, even I'm not a father yet, but I plan to be a father in the future. Talking about having an amazing relationship with a feminine wife, making more money, talking about entrepreneurship. Talking about all those things, I truly enjoy it, and I also want to contribute to other people. Like I want to have an impact on millions of lives, help millions of men make progress on the self-improvement journey, becoming more masculine, getting rid of their addictions. That's the contribution I want to make. for most people, the authentic self, and I also want to build a great family. One of the reasons why I want to make more money is because I want my future wife to not have to worry about making money, not have to get some weird normal jobs. Maybe be a housewife. Or if she has a job, it's something that she does just for enjoyment, for fun, like a little hobby that she does for fun. I want my kids to get some good quality foods without having any like estrogenics put into it, something that fucks up with the hormones. I also want to be able to homeschool my kids because, but like I said, I hate this new education system. I really hate it, and don't want my kids to go through the same thing. So I'm literally gonna make the decision to just leave this country, Germany, that's pretty comfy, and maybe go to England or Norway, because in those countries it's easy to like homeschool children. Don't have any restrictions to homeschool children. They all just say they should just say just teach them things that are age appropriate. They don't have to get some random tests that are not gonna get them anywhere like normal kids. So I'm literally gonna make that decision. Not because oh yeah I like the country England or something or Norway. I don't really know much about those countries, but I know doing that is literally going to have a big impact on my future family and future kids that don't even exist yet. I'm literally working right now on improving my fertility, increasing my testosterone being for a that so I can have many kids. And yeah, this is kind of not totally selfless, it's also a little bit selfish, but yeah. Don't only focus on what you want to gain in life. Nowadays, we so focus on instant gratification. What am I going to gain right now in the present moment? That's why many people don't even consider the possibility of having kids. People are against having kids, saying, "Oh yeah, kids are a burden." Many people are against the selfless mindset that every parent, every person used to have in the past of this amazing, fulfilling fulfillment you feel when you're actually doing something, raising an amazing child, doing something for someone, without them being able to do anything in return. Doing something for someone just to help that person. You don't necessarily want to get anything back. And still, at the end of the day, it's still also helping you. Me making these videos helping young men. It's probably gonna help you make more money, of course. Me raising an amazing family with amazing kids, it's probably gonna help me get some feeling of fulfillment myself. But first starts with the investment of just helping people. In the short term, you don't get any benefits from it. And for some of those things that you have to do, you don't get any benefits for the rest of your life. But you should just like, enjoy contributing to other people's lives. Like I said before, Hamza has literally changed my life with his free videos that he uploads on YouTube. And not even just my life, but many lives. And that's something I want to do too. With the videos I make. Don't be too selfish. Sometimes be selfless. I'm not saying you should be totally selfless and never think about your own gains. No, of course not. But also learn to be selfless. In that podcast that I watched from Chris Williamson and Sadar Khan, he said one of the psychologist Sadar Khan, the woman, she said one of the reasons why people are so against having kids nowadays because people are so instant gratification driven. And there's people are so selfish nowadays. In the past and in some cultures, like maybe the Muslim culture, having kids and literally revolving your whole life to your kids, making sure, like literally making every decision thinking about your kids. It was the norm, but it's not anymore. And maybe doing things like that, making most of the decision aren't your kids. Deciding to have kids, maybe maybe if you do that for some women, they maybe get stretch marks. They have a big stomach for a few months. And for men, maybe there's some activities that they're not going to be able to do anymore. It's way more responsibility, way more mouths to feed. It's not always enjoyable to raise kids, of course. But it's truly fulfilling. Don't leave. this life of just thinking about your own gain, instant gratification. What am I gonna gain right now? Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat that chocolate because right now it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have that amazing taste in my mouth. I'm gonna get that big dopamine rise. Don't just think, oh yeah, I don't want to have kids because if I do, there's so many things I'm not gonna be able to do anymore. I'm not gonna be able to be focused on the instant gratifications anymore. So be authentic and also enjoy, spend more time contributing to other people's lives. Be more selfless. So yeah, this was the video. It was basically the video. I'm gonna just give you a preview of the food plan action you can take. So first one, prioritize physical fitness by creating a workout routine. You can watch my video on it. Put the link in the description. Second habit, cultivate emotional control and intelligence. Don't always follow what your feelings tell you to do. Do make decisions that are going to get you further in your goals. Don't make decisions that are going to just give you some quick emotional pleasure. Commit to continuous learning by reading books, watching informational podcasts, taking core courses on areas of your interest. Don't be scared to invest in your knowledge. Don't be afraid to invest time and money into your knowledge. Set specific and measurable goals that align to your purpose. That are still realistic but not too easy to, but not also not too big. Develop self-discipline by doing the right things and doing things that are actually on your level right now. Killing the boss that's on your level right now and slowly getting better. Embrace true authenticity. Don't chase validation from some random people. Be truly authentic and make decisions that truly aligns your authentic self and your purpose in life. Find opportunities to contribute to others. Don't just be the person that thinks, oh yeah, I don't want to have kids because it's gonna be a burden. It's gonna make me have some more responsibilities. Be the person that's like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want to have kids and truly help someone, truly bring someone to life, and literally spend hours just thinking about making that person happy. To make money in this world, you need to contribute to someone's life positively in some way. And you need to start enjoying that process of contributing and helping someone in some way. You need to start enjoying that process. So yeah, this basically it. This video took a lot of time to record. If you found it valuable, I would really appreciate it if you liked, subscribed, and if you also share this video to someone that you think can help them, help that person, and it also help me get more subscribers and views. If you want to join my online community, the link is in the description. That community can learn more from me about masculinity, self-improvement in general. Right now I'm just doing a pre-sale, so you can buy it, and if you choose to join, I'm gonna get a huge discount. And yeah, don't worry from discomfort, chase it.